Hello everyone, today our group will present about the FIFA corruption scandal. First, let us briefly introduce our group. We are Group 1 and the members listed in the order of our presentation are as follows. This case study looks at the 2015 scandal involving FIFA, the international body that controls world football. Several senior officials were accused of bribery, fraud, and money laundering. Because of this, FIFA's reputation was badly damaged, and people started to question fairness and transparency in football. FIFA was founded in 1904. It organizes big events like the World Cup and became a very powerful organization in global football. But people often criticize FIFA for poor accountability and transparency. In May 2015, the United States government charged several FIFA officials. They were accused of taking millions in bribes for broadcasting and hosting rights. This showed unethical behavior that had gone on for over 20 years. After 2015, FIFA had a bad image and Sepp Blatter resigned as president. FIFA then started reforms to try to win back public trust. That's all content for my part. Now I will pass to my groupmate who will explain the causes in more detail. Thank you.
Now let's explore the factors contributing to the offense. First, weak accountability. FIFA's leaders rarely face consequences for their actions. With poor oversight of decision-making, power gets abused for personal gain. Imagine a team where no one is held responsible, choice and self-interest take over. Next, lack of transparency. Key decisions like tournament rights and big contracts happen behind closed doors. Opaque process don't just hide corruption, they fuel it. If you can see how choices are made, trust erodes and unethical acts thrive. The third is concentration of discretionary power. A tiny group controls huge decisions, and FIFA's structure tons of member associations, but centralized power and you get a receipt for abuse. It's like letting one person write all the rules with no checks. Then is a structural opportunity for wrongdoing. FIFA's big control and complex money flow lacks scrutiny. When processes are loose and funds aren't monitored, wrongdoing found a foothold. Fifth is cultural tolerance of misconduct. Informal rules, loyalty, personal relationships trump formal systems. Integrity isn't rewarded and violations aren't punished. Over time, unethical behavior becomes the norm, but not the exception. Lastly, external commercial political pressures. The stakes are sky high, billions in funds, global sponsorships, and countries fighting for hosting rights. These pressures push officials toward unethical choices, bribes, shortcuts just to win. To sum up, FIFA's issues aren't random. They are a mix of big system, bad culture, and intense external pressure. For us, this is a reminder to prevent risk. We need accountability, transparency, balanced power, strong controls, a culture of integrity, and resilience against outside pressure.
FIFA enforces strict anti-corruption rules through its code of ethics, banning bribery, kickbacks, and conflict of interest to ensure fair decision in hosting and sponsorship deals. Globally, the UN Convention Against Corruption play a key role. It not only enables countries to cooperate in investigation and prosecution, but also classify bribery of officials in international organizations like FIFA as a criminal offense. After the 2015 scandal, FIFA as an organization faced major consequences. It paid $201 million in fine and introduced ethics reforms. Individually, more than 40 officials were convicted, including Sepp Blatter, banned for 10 years, and Michael Platini, banned for 4 years. Enterprise will also be penalized. For example, Traffic Group paid $151 million and for Sport $20 million, while sponsors like Visa and Coca-Cola demand transparency reform. These actions show the global effort to fight corruption in football governance.
Hello everyone, today I will be presenting the implication of the FIFA corporation scatter. This event has a deep and long-lasting impact, not only on the football industry itself, but also on society and the way international institutions and government. In this presentation, I will briefly discuss the three main areas. First, how to scandal affect football as a sport and business. Second, its influence on society and public values. And finally, what lessons it teaches us about the governance and the transportations. Let's start with the football industry. The scandal severely damaged the integrity of the football. Cooperation in World Cup bidding and referee appointments made fans question whether matches are truly fair. As a result, fan industry declined, sponsors lost confidence, and the broadcast rights dropped in value. For developing football countries, cooperation also means fewer opportunities and unfair access to resources. Moving on to the society, the scandals send the dangerous messengers that money and power matter more than fairness and ability. This undermines the spirit of the sportsmanship and can influence young people to believe that success comes from cooperation instead of the effort. Moreover, it was weakened global trust in situations like FIFA, which was supported to represent on unity through sport. Finally, from a governance perspective, the scandal imposed a serious flaw inside the FIFA, including the excessive power concentration and poor transparency. To prevent the similar issues, reforms are needed. Independent adult system, term limit, and external supervision should be established. But more important, FIFA must rebuild its cycle culture. Rules alone cannot work without a normal commitment.
FIFA's corruption scandals have exposed serious flaws of global sports organizations. In order to solve these integrity issues, there are a few measures must be taken at several levels. First of all, financial transparency must be improved. All transactions in FIFA must adopt external transparent audit and financial disclosure system, as it is a key mechanism to ensure the internal accountability of a sports organization. Next, strengthening the independent accountability mechanism by establishing an independent ethics and compliance committee that has the rights to investigate and taking disciplinary measures on misconduct happening in the organization. FIFA should also control conflicts of interest strictly to prevent violations of seeking personal gain in decision making. Besides that, FIFA must deepen the dissemination of integrity education and collaborating with higher institutions to provide ethical and sportsmanship education courses. Lastly, FIFA should strengthen governance with external forces such as the international anti-corruption organizations or law enforcement agencies. The most important lesson is decision-making should be transparent with an open-minded leadership to prevent corruption. Next, leadership must set an example in upholding honesty and justice instead of using power for personal gain. Lastly, integrity should not only be limited to the system and slogan, but should be reflected in behavior to safeguard the value of the organization's future. This FIFA corruption scandal warns us that integrity is the cornerstone of any organization, and power that is not bound by morality will ultimately harm the entire sports community.